All right, everybody, welcome to our show. This is LEARNin San Diego Live. Happy Friday. We've got an amazing show for you today. We're going to be talking about the North Inland region of San Diego. My name is Chris Astelera with Exchange Resources. We are LEARNin San Diego Live. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining our show today. I'm super excited about today's show. There's so much information that we have planned that we're going to be presenting to you. All this information is so important when you're looking at buying in the North Inland region of San Diego. You're looking for more affordability. If you're a family that's looking to buy your first house, you're looking for schools. You're looking for blue ribbon schools. You're looking for safe neighborhoods. You're looking for a family-oriented lifestyle. But also, as a real estate investor, you're looking at, what types of jobs are out there. The biotech industry, the tech industry, the aerospace industry, the defense industry. What types of tenants do you want to attract, and how strong is that employment within that area? So we're also going to be talking about how many houses are there on the market, how long have they been on the market, and what types of loans you need in order to qualify for these types of properties. Again, my name is Chris Astelera with Exchange Resources. Are you an investor who is faced with a significant tax consequence when you're selling your investment property? Before you do a 1031 exchange, we always recommend that you do talk with your CPA to advise you on whether or not a 1031 exchange is going to benefit you. It's been around for over 100 years, and for investors, say for example, who have had a significant gain, that $1 million gain, if you do sell that rental property, you're going to be faced with about 30 to 40% in taxes. Ouch, you don't want that. So you need to give us a call. We can consult you, give you all your options that you need, and we're happy to help you. Now, with that in mind, let's get into the next segment of our show and get into it with our LEARNin Local News. Oh. All right. Well, as far as our Ruben Austria, our coach, he froze. So we were going to talk about the LEARNin Local News. It's the Trump homes. Now, without getting too political, there is something that's going on right now where there are major home builders that are trying to band together to build all of these homes. Now, as you know, there is a shortage in housing all over the United States, and they're proposing a lot of these big developers band together to create at least 1 million homes in the future. Now, there's going to be advantages and disadvantages of that. Obviously, there's the advantages. Most first-time homebuyers can actually find a house that they can get into, hopefully at an affordable rate. But by bringing in a lot of these homes into the market, what's going to happen possibly is it's going to bring down the prices, because if you bring in so much inventory, prices may drop. So it's an opportunity for first-time homebuyers. It's an opportunity for people who are renting who don't want to spend money paying for their landlord's mortgage anymore. Right, Harry?
Chris, thank you so much. Yeah, definitely with the first-time homebuyers, there's lots of incentives out there, especially that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which are the big lender, the big conglomerates out there, to be able to do loans. They're giving, pricing adjustments, for good credit scores, for average credit scores. It's really trying to get people in the homes and take advantage of that. And really just getting into the real estate market, getting into the game. And there's lots of incentives, coming our way for sure.
Hey, Harry, what do you think about that? I mean, as far as they're calling it Trump homes. And like I said, whether you're a Democrat, a Republican, a moderate, I mean, we're all faced with this challenge of trying to find houses. I'm one of those people that wants to find a house that I can purchase, but obviously in San Diego, prices are so high. What kind of incentives or what kind of loan programs are out there that are geared towards helping first-time home buyers?
The most popular one is the FHA, which is more for first-time home buyers, and that's a minimum of just 3.5% down. And they can actually get a gift from a family member to really go into the house, and also maybe even get a credit from the seller that's through the real estate transaction, where they can almost go into the house without any money down. FHA helps the first-time home buyers with like high debt ratios. So that's income versus their expenses to get into the property. And really, like I said, just kind of getting into the game. There's also state, there's local for first responders. There's the dream where there's certain down payments. So it depends on, the county, the state itself. And then also there's a median income too as well. So if you're under the median income based on the zip code, there's other programs. So it's really where that property is, and just having local experts like we are here to know where the house is, the zip codes, to be able to get in. But I think from a nationwide standpoint, any kind of news like this, what I'm seeing in my business is it's people are asking questions, and they're open and they're curious to see what programs. And again, San Diego as a whole is so expensive to get into. So there's lots of different things just to know and establish a plan. Maybe it's today, maybe it's 6 months, maybe it's 12 months, but there are options out there to get into this real estate game.
Thank you so much, Harry. And again, the issue is creating more housing so that we can get loans for those houses. So I'm curious as to what regions that they're going to have, this construction, all these new developments in. So more to come as we find out more, and we will update you. So let's go ahead and get started on what is LEARNin Local Live. LEARNin Local Live is a live podcast. We present off-market deals. We present events. We also highlight subject market educators to be able to present to you all the information that's going on regarding real estate so that you can make the best educated decision on real estate. We want to be able to connect you to these people who know and have the knowledge to be able to guide you through the processes and let you know what the deals are out there. So we're here to educate, empower, and inspire you to make all those decisions, to make the right decisions, to be able to connect you with the right people. And how do we do it? We connect, we collaborate, and we create content with these subject market educators who are actually out there in the field, who are working with buyers, working with sellers, working with contractors, appraisers, inspectors, and they know what's going on in the market. So that's the value of being on this show. This is the only show in San Diego that presents all of this information so that you can benefit and make the right decisions in real estate. So that's who we are. And I'm happy to say that we've grown significantly over the last 7 to 8 months. And we're super excited to be able to ask you to also be a part of the community, join school, and then that way you can be a part of it as well. Now, with that in mind, let's move into the next segment of our show and meet our local influencers. All right, so why do we have our LEARNin Local subject market educators? There's a lot of fake news out there. And who can you rely on for the best news, the most up-to-date news on what's going on with real estate? It's the people, the professionals that we have here on LEARNin San Diego Live. And you can communicate with them, ask questions below, comment, be a part of the community. So that's who we are. And, a lot of these subject market educators need to expose their business and need to be here so that you know what type of knowledge and expertise that they have. I'm one of those SMEs, and to be honest, I don't have time to create content for myself. So this is what they can do for you. Located in Rancho Bernardo, we've been around for over 26 years, and we've done over 60,000 tax-deferred exchanges. If you don't do a 1031 tax-deferred exchange, you could be faced with about 30 to 40% in taxes, right? Wouldn't you rather roll that over to the next property so that you can buy more with it? Well, we're here to give you your options. Let's talk. All right, welcome to the show, everybody. We all want to get to know who you are, who these beautiful people are today, our professionals, the people who have the knowledge to be able to guide you through. So let's kick it off first and introduce Nicole.
Hey guys, I'm Nicole Turner. I am the broker owner here at Sellstate Next Gen Realty. And my superpower is turning my clients and my team's stresses into absolute successes. I've been serving San Diego County since 2006. Lots of stories and success behind me with my people. And I always tell you, once you meet me, I'll be your realtor for life.
Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that. Tracy Hassey.
Woohoo! Hey everybody, happy Valentine's weekend. Oh, we're almost there. Happy to be here. So yeah, Tracy Hassey, Vice President Escrow Sales, Super Connector with Ticor Escrow Services. And I have a question. Did you know that escrow is mission critical to closing your real estate deals? And that is where risk management begins. So I have one more question for you. How are you safeguarding your real estate deals from cyber fraud? Let's talk. It's a big deal. It's happening every day. And I have some insights to share with you to prevent this from happening to you. So once again, Tracy Hassey, Ticor Escrow Services. We are a Fortune 313 company with the financial strength and the escrow experts, the senior escrow teams, to bring your escrow to the finish line. So cheers to your success and enjoy the show.
Thank you so much, Tracy.
You're welcome.
Awesome. What's up, everybody? Martin Magana here with Oak Rock Realty. We are investment focused brokerage that really focuses on that underwriting and wholesaling side of real estate. We're a little bit different than most wholesalers because we are licensed. We're able to do a little bit more than your average wholesaling group. So we're really focused on the whole hand-holding process of making sure you're set on knowledgeable on underwriting the deal, locating your property, and next steps to acquiring and moving into it. So if you have any questions on the investment process at all, feel free to reach out. Martin Magana with Oak Rock Realty.
Thank you, Martin. Harry.
Good morning, Harry Dennis. Happy Valentine's Day weekend. I'm a mortgage broker here locally. Let me help you navigate through the process, especially here in San Diego with home prices being so high. We definitely can talk about it, whether it be today, 6 months, 12 months. Let's get a good plan in place to be able to get you in a home, whether it be you moving in or an investment with some family and friends. It's a tough market, but if you have a good plan, we can get it done. Harry Dennis, C2 Financial. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. And last but not least, Erica. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Chris. I hope not least. Good morning, everybody. I am Erica Charlson with Legacy Investments and Real Estate. I am an investment advisor, but as of now, I focus solely on working on passive real estate investments, such as the Delaware Statutory Trust. Now, you may never have heard of those, and that's completely normal, especially if you're earlier in the real estate investing game. The majority of my clients are retirees, though not all of them. But why is that? Well, a lot of my clients, the majority, have been holding their real estate for over 10 years, maybe some even 40 or 50 years. And then they get referred to me when their realtor, their CPA, their attorney, or other professional recognizes that they have a significant capital gain. And why does that matter? Well, if you are looking at a huge capital gain, maybe you think, I have to hold on to this property until I die so my kids can get the benefit. Well, that's not always true. You can do a 1031 exchange, work with an advisor such as myself, and move into something passive. So if that's what you're looking for, I'm your gal, Erica Charlson, Legacy Investments and Real Estate.
All right. Thank you, everybody. It's great to have you all here. How's everybody feeling today?
Oh, we're
Awesome.
happy.
Friday.
Feeling the Valentine's love.
Fantastic.
I got my pink and my curls going on for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I got that.
It looks great. I mean, we have an amazing show, and then we have all these professionals. And I wanted to remind the viewers that this is the reason why we have San Diego's LEARNin Local Live, is because this is our platform. We bring all of these knowledgeable professionals here for you to connect with. So if you're interested in getting a loan, getting an off-market deal, getting the services of a realtor, escrow, or even a DST, we have one platform where we present it all to you. So please reach out to us and let us know. That way we can connect you to the right people so that you don't make mistakes on your next investment. Because people have lost their shirts, they've lost a lot of money buying real estate. It's because they didn't have the right professional that you can trust and that has integrity and that's been in the industry for quite a while. So thank you all so much for being here. Without you all, we wouldn't have a show, right? So with that in mind, super excited to kick off the next segment of our show, and let's get into it with our insights. All right.
Well, this is it's time for our insights segment of the show, where every week we bring you information directly from our subject market educator who is focused on a specific region of the county. And we'll get into that momentarily. But first, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor.
Protection that puts you first. Your home and your family deserve security, stability, and peace of mind. For every mile, every moment, every memory in motion. Because every drive deserves to get you home safely. Comprehensive solutions that safeguard your operations, assets, and future. Farmers Insurance, because your life deserves protection that truly matters.
Thank you again to Farmers Insurance for sponsoring my favorite segment of our show. Insights is my favorite part because personally, this is where we learn, where we at LEARNin San Diego Live bring you these subject market educators who are experts in that week's region of San Diego. Why? Because there's only so much information you can actually glean from a Google search or by asking AI. And honestly, there's so much information out there that some of it can be misleading based on what's just being fed into the algorithm, right? So instead, we bring you realtors who have boots on the ground in that region. And today's subject market educator for North Inland region is Anastasiia from Sellstate Real Estate. So let's take a quick look at this map and see where she's going to be talking about. So we're looking at this purple region. Rancho Santa Fe to the far west side, all the way over to Escondido. My favorite part of Eastern San Diego, the San Diego Safari Park. I've spent a lot of time there. I think they have their elephant enclosure finally open. Down through Poway and up through San Marcos Vista and a little bit beyond. So it's a big region that we're talking about. And Anastasiia, can you tell the folks watching a little bit about yourself, your business, and your ties to this North Inland region?
Absolutely. Well, nice to meet you, everyone. My name is Anastasiia Buiadzhy, and originally I was born in Odessa in Ukraine. There, I've always been passionate about law and real estate because of my grandfather who had a building firm. And I've been drafting my first contracts as a kid since I understood the concept. I did earn my bachelor's in economics and finance in Massachusetts. So if you ever work with me, that's where the 413 area code comes from. I worked in commercial real estate as an underwriter, which I think gave me a very good background of understanding the financials and all the mistakes and pitfalls it's so easy to fall into. Law obsessed, like I said, detail driven, absolutely allergic to vague terms, so you'll be safe with me. And now helping buyers avoid the same costly errors that I've seen too many times. I worked with Martin as a wholesaler before as well, and now I work with Nicole in Sellstate Next Gen Realty as a traditional realtor, and would be happy to walk you through your next home.
Thank you so much. Did you say Anastasiia? Did I pronounce it? Anastasia?
Yeah. It's fine either way.
1997
in the US.
I am partial to that movie from the 90s, let me tell you. But thank you so much for that intro to yourself. So during Insights, we want to talk to you about this region and pick your brain on really what's going on there. So tell us about the quality of life in this North Inland region. So what do investors value about the North Inland? And tell us why that matters.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we go a step back, so North Inland, let's back up, is areas far enough from the ocean to unlock space and pricing flexibility, which is great, but still close enough to job centers and lifestyle access. So when we talk about quality of life, this isn't a soft concept. It directly drives holding performance. So what are people buying here actually? They're buying space and yards and garages, functional homes, things that are rare close to the coast or with a huge price tag. Schools are very strong and families stay together and turnover drops. Commute time still is about like 25 to 40 minutes range to biotech, healthcare, defense, and coastal employment hubs. Also, bus with strong 55 plus demand in areas like San Marcos, which adds another layer of resale liquidity for the investors. And from the investor standpoint, that also translates into longer tenant duration, higher owner occupancy, and lower pricing volatility during downturns. It's very stable because people move there after they make money, and that's where they tend to stay.
Yeah, I totally agree. When you said garages, that was like the first thing that I went, oh,
Yeah.
God, a garage is so valuable. I have friends who've been looking for a place for like almost a year and a half, and they just haven't found the not quite the right one. Harry, what are your thoughts on this North Inland quality of life?
Oh, it's definitely a great area, especially for families and that want to get, in the single family home. The school districts are awesome. The convenience of the shopping to the yoga studios to the restaurants. So the quality of life is really good out there, especially being in San Diego. As we know, it's such a high cost area here, but to be able to get there and still have those lifestyle amenities is a great thing for an end user or an investor as well.
Nicole, anything to add before we move on?
Well, I think one good thing that Anastasiia brought up was the turnover rate. So in these areas, we find a much lower turnover rate. And what that is going to do is just increase my neighborhood stability. And when I have increase of my neighborhood owner-occupied stability, often I have higher values because of the neighborhoods and the maintenance of the ownership there. So the turnover rate for me being much lower, even from a rental demand though, because when you have the renters that move in up there, a lot of times we see they stay for a long time because they don't want to move. And being very close to the beach and everything just at your fingertips, the 78 corridor to me is like the North County Golden Corridor. If I was to go south, I'd be down like by the SDSU area, right? But up there, the turnover, the inventory, things do not last on the market. So from an investment strategy, if you're looking at wasting money, this is a place that you're never going to be wasting the money as long as you're buying smart and holding smart by knowing people like you, Erica.
Yeah, we don't want to waste our money, right? So
no. I see a lot of messes that will be coming your way sometimes nowadays.
There are some messy things out there. Yeah. But yeah, buy and hold strategies for sure. Yeah. Market trends. So let's talk about things like price behavior, rental dynamics. So we touched on this a bit, product that performs in the North Inland. Anastasiia, what are you seeing there with these market trends?
Yeah, so North Inland does not post the flashiest appreciation numbers, but that is actually the advantage. Slow appreciation means way fewer bubbles. So during pullbacks, this is the area that tends to show strong floor support because buyers are end users. They're not speculative capital. And relative to coastal cities, price per square foot entry points still make a lot of sense here. So it's not dramatic growth, but it's very durable growth. Single family homes remain the backbone of this market. That's the core demand driver. However, small multifamily, especially 2 to 4 units, they're underbuilt and absorbed very quickly when it hits the market. So value add here is typically cosmetic, it's not structural. So that keeps CapEx predictable and investors like predictability. I know I do.
Yeah, certainly. That is so incredibly helpful. I'm talking to my clients every day about what's more important to you. Drastic appreciation or consistent cash flow, because you can't really expect both all the time, right? Nicole?
No, that's so true. And that's so important to talk about before you're even buying the real estate, right? Because if you don't have your long-term goals talked about with someone like you or I, or anyone here really on the screen, you can make a lot of mistakes. We all have our phones, we have ChatGPT and so many other AI products in today's world. But I can tell you that when you're dealing with AI and talking to that kind of person, they just don't have the ability or the experience to really give the paths that we really truly can give by not only learning what not to do, right? It's literally like, this is what you should do. Because these are long-term, and when you're at a place of generational wealth that you've been able to build over time, that you started and you didn't even know you could do, to be able to be safe and secure in that space with your exit strategy is so important. And we all know that you can waste a lot of money doing the wrong thing. So in my world, I mean, even if I was in another state buying something like that, I would be actually tapping into the local brain to make sure that what I was learning was legit. And again, those strategies for the long term, so important.
And Anastasiia, thank you so much for all that valuable information. Wow, that's that North County Inland is just, like I said, for first time or for families getting in, as well as investors, but the long term to be able to penetrate and get into the market here in San Diego is a great place. As you said, the single family homes is the background, the families, the schools, more affordability, relatively speaking, for San Diego. It's a great place to start and have that family.
Absolutely, it's invaluable.
You guys are all nailing it. This is why we have people that are local, like I said, boots on the ground for our insights. That's why we are local to San Diego here. Let's talk about some economic development in this area. As everybody knows, people are looking to buy investment property where there is economic growth. So what's driving jobs here?
Yeah. So demand here is employment driven, of course, as everywhere, like you said. Healthcare campuses, education institutions, biotech spillover, and light industrials also present there. So it's very diversified, and that is very critical. When a market isn't dependent on one hot sector, it behaves more rationally over time. So add there as well infrastructure like I-15, SR-78, and expanding mixed-use projects that are present there right now, and you get growth that's economics driven and not narrative driven, like a lot of realtors like to paint a good picture. And regarding what's driving jobs, so lower land costs inland allow business expansion, and cities are actively approving development right now. So population growth does continue without coastal density constraints. So that creates long-term housing demand supported by real payrolls.
I love that. Nicole or Harry, who wants to jump in here?
She brought that up. I'm like, there's way more parking when you're inland.
Yeah.
As soon as she brought that up, I'm like, that is a huge factor. Because honestly, like you're in PB, La Jolla, Encinitas, any of those areas, parking is real. It's a struggle. And the more that we build and develop around those areas and our transit lines, and that's all urban, right? We're talking about these residential inland neighborhoods where really there's so much value there that goes far past the dollar.
You're so right. I mean, I have 1.5 kids. I have a toddler and one on the way. So very soon I'll have 2 car seats in there. And Harry, you have 2 or 3, right? So parking must be important to you as well.
Oh, yeah. Just to have that extra space. I have 3 kids. They're my why, and it keeps me motivated. But again, in that area, the development is incredible out there.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree. Any last thoughts before we move on to our next segment from any of you?
Eric, I just think too, it's just like we all said, is boots on the ground, the local, us being out there, knowing those neighborhoods, the curb appeal, especially when people, I talk to clients, potential buyers all over the country. They want to come to North County, but they hear Carlsbad. That's what they hear. They don't really know about this North Inland, North Inland and the gem out there. They hear Carlsbad, but us being there, boots on the ground, and knowing the curb appeal is a huge advantage.
There's so many little hidden gems all around the North Inland area. Vista's where I first lived when I was when I first moved to San Diego, 6-7 8 years ago. Jesus. So it's been a while. Well, thank you all, Anastasiia, Nicole, Harry, for all of those, local insights. And we are going to start moving on to our next segment. So thank you all again. And we're going to head into the deals part of our show. Thank you, guys.
What is going on, everybody? Great job with the insights today. Personally, I'm a little biased. I do live in North County, so it is my favorite area. But we're going to be moving on to our Learning Local Deals, where we're going to present a real deal in real time. But before we do that, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Revolution Realty Capital. There we go. Awesome. All right, let's get this segment started. Before we hop into the deal, I do want to touch on a little bit of a talking point that I think was missed is the Poway area of the North County region. That's my personal favorite on why you should be investing in North Inland region. Poway sees a lot of fix and flip opportunities, a lot of buy and hold stuff. But me personally, every flip that I've seen done or that we've sold in the Poway region, assuming you do all the construction within budget, I see move very quickly. Our latest deal that we just sold up in Poway moved in the first month it was listed, and they made a great profit, great return on investment. And it's just my personal favorite area, especially with the school districts. That's really the main driving point for that Poway area, in my opinion. But what do you guys think about it?
I agree. I agree. The schools there, the demand. You've got the demand that's absolutely insane in Poway. And you have a lot of suburban neighborhoods in that area where you just have privacy, cul-de-sacs, a lot of not HOAs. So a lot of the Poway it's not HOA driven. There's not a lot of PUDs. So you have that single family, simple fee freedom that I love to find for people, where you don't have someone controlling your real estate as much in a lot of those neighborhoods.
Yeah. And then with the Apple campus moving on to Poway, it's going to have a big influx of people coming in from Silicon Valley, from the other offices. And obviously the main things they're having, because they're going to be set on income, is going to be schooling for the kids. Because if you're going to up and relocate your family, like the main thing you're looking for is making sure they're in a safe area with really good schools. So
you brought up a great talking point, because truly, like, a lot of people are like, why are all these people buying in San Diego County? But what you don't realize is when you're moving from San Francisco, San Diego is less expensive. Mm-hmm. And so some of these jobs that are coming into our world are actually bringing people to a less expensive real estate. So they're selling where they're at and they're coming down here and buying. So there's never risk in Poway in my world.
Yeah. Nicole, I think that's a good point. Also too, in Poway, you get a lot of people that kind of, a lot of people, they could be executives. You've got influencers out there. You got professional athletes, and they just they're traveling a lot too. But when they get to their home in Poway, they like that extra space. They want to be away from all the crowds, the people, and just having their space out in Poway. And then also too, the school districts, as we know, is amazing in the Poway school district. We hear a lot of people talk about that.
Yeah, they're definitely like top in not just California, but in a lot of the U.S. Anastasiia, any thoughts on the Poway region from your time?
Yeah, you remember from the times we were working together, whenever we had a Poway building, it was gone in what seemed like seconds. And no wonder. Poway is all about a stability play. It does have a higher price point to enter than most of the North Inland, but it does reflect like the stability, like the Apple like coming in there, like the job growth, the school districts. So yeah, you're not buying hype, you're buying installation and long-term durability there, 100%.
Perfect. Here. And then so we're going to be moving on to our actual deal for today. That being said, it is a little bit above or below the North County region. It's in Mira Mesa. We can actually share the address for once on this one. It is our listing. This is a condo located at 7385 Calle Cristobal. It will be unit number 225, zip code 92126. It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo with 864 usable square feet. It's got a little patio that's around 200 square feet with the in-unit washer dryer in the little patio region. Completely turnkey. It is warrantable, so it qualifies for that strict FHA, all the financing that you need for condos. So very good for a first-time home buyer because of the price point. We're listing it for $625,000. Our open house is actually right now up until Monday. So Allie Perkins, my colleague at Oak Rock Real Estate, is actually there right now, which is why she couldn't tune in for the show. But it is a $648 a month HOA, 2 assigned parking spots, and overall just a pretty decent flip. Granite countertops, amazing backsplash, all modern luxuries that were finally put into it. The buyer finished this in like a month. Like he got in there quick, all cash, everything, and he is going to make a great profit from this all said and done because he's not really having any holding costs. So he doesn't have to worry about it sitting for too long because the only thing he's really paying is that HOA and any property fees. So I'd actually like to open it up to you guys, especially you, Harry. For the first-time home buyer, what do you really see when recommending condos and getting financing for that?
Oh my goodness. As I talked earlier in the show, the first-time home buyers, especially I did a scenario where just putting down 5%, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, they don't have all those loan level pricing adjustments for a first-time home buyer. So literally putting down 5%, we can do today. The rates are the best they've been since the pandemic. I was literally just pricing the scenario out, and it was 5.625 with no points on a 30-year fix at 5% down, which comes to a payment of principal and interest of about $3,500. So not counting your taxes and your HOA, but just you can see to be able to get into the market here is just an incredible way. And the condo is fixed up. It's ready to go. So there, like I said, there is incentives. And we can run different scenarios and everything to be able to get the buyer in there.
Anastasiia, Nicole, any thoughts?
Mira Mesa is another one of those great locations. And I think the strength in this community is that you've got FHA and VA financing available. And your HOA amenities, you're actually paying for something, you're getting something. So many HOAs that I run into in today's world, sometimes there's nothing but concrete that you're taking care of. And you're paying $500 or $600 a month for that association. And so I think that's a huge strength here in this community. I don't think you'll sit very long. And the patio, you got to love that.
Yeah, no, having that, it's fairly big too. So it's really cool in my opinion. I know I get a lot of buyers. They're always like, I want Poway, I want an STSU. And then the other one I get is I want Mira Mesa. Mira Mesa is the one we struggle in the most for some reason, getting flips. So getting condos like this one was a rare opportunity for us. And super excited because it moved super quick. But what else do you guys think about that Mira Mesa area, Anastasiia?
Yeah, Mira Mesa, I mean, it's Central North County, has also proximity to biotech, UCSD spillover is also present there. So constant rental demand from professionals and families. The picture from above, like with the pool and everything, I know like I would love to be there. 1 month is a great turnover. What was the biggest challenge in renovating it so fast, if I may ask?
For them, it was really just doing the kitchen. Everything else was in great condition. They had to scrape the ceilings and everything, but they had a plan going into it. Like I said, they were an all cash buyer, so they genuinely had zero stress with their time frame. But even then, they had a whole crew that had everything set, so they were able to do everything super quickly. And then obviously now we're able to relist it for them. Something that most wholesalers aren't able to do for you is the relist process because most of them aren't going to be licensed. So being able to double dip there and help out the client, not just in locating the condo, but then giving them a better deal by relisting it for them, having everything in-house, everything unified. So whenever you can work with an in-house, for example, like with Tycor Title, having escrow and title together, or just having all your agents together in one house is kind of the best way to do it. Save money, save time, have everyone on the same page.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, too, Martin, I think in that area, I finance a lot of Qualcomm and tech people that buy their first and their starter homes in that Mira Mesa centrally located area. So I see a lot of them getting into that San Diego market by getting into the condo projects in Mira Mesa. And this one looks, like I said, really fixed up, especially the kitchen.
Yeah, kitchen was cute.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Having an intro price condo is always good because you can help out a lot of people with early price point, and obviously the product for the price is obviously really good. So, perfect. Any final thoughts before we move on to the event segment? Anastasiia, Harry, Nicole?
You're going to have a great weekend selling that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
definitely.
thing is that you can't go wrong with Mira Mesa. It's another one of those areas in San Diego County. You've got jobs all around you, development all around you. So your risk is super low in that space. Even, a lot of people sometimes want to go straight to that single family and they can't really see the condo before it, but that condo becomes leverage in your future move. And that's where buying smart's really important.
Yeah, finding the right condo deal. People are always like turned away where it's like, I'm only going to make 20, 30, 40 grand. It's like, it's an easy project. You're in it for exponentially less time. And assuming you find the right deal with the right comps, because finding model match comps for condos is not hard. Just you got to find the right property with the right people. And then always what I tell everybody is comps are so important. Don't just rely on what they give you. Do your own research. Reach out to multiple people. Good comps, model matches, look at the area, look for the main roads, just little things that you might be missing out on.
Yeah. When you have all the great things that give that condo and that community strengths, that just heightens your appeal and becomes less risk in the future.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, I appreciate everyone here, and I think it might be time for the event segment. I'll pass it on to Chris and Tracy and let you guys take it away. Chris, you're on mute.
Hello, Chris.
Hi, hello. Earth
Kinda
to
like
Chris. Thank you all so much for your insights on, North Inland region of San Diego in this deal. Martin's always great to have your off-market deals. Who doesn't want to get a great deal on real estate right now, especially with the high prices of real estate? But as everybody is talking about, Nicole, Anastasiia, Harry, Martin, you need to get in, right? And how do you get in? You got to get the right type of financing. You got to try and see if you can get an off-market deal. You have to have the right agent to be able to guide you through that process so that you can actually get into this market. And again, statistically, every 15 years, the property doubles in value. Here in San Diego is the most expensive, but you still can get in. There's a lot of opportunities, especially in the North Inland region of San Diego. So thank you all so much. Super excited to get to the next segment of our show. Tracy, did you want to add anything?
Yeah, I just want to say, because, I'm listening here and in the background, and at the end of the day, for everybody listening, when you're working with the industry leaders, which is everybody here on the show, I always learn something every week. It's so much fun. But really, it's like real estate agents are fulfilling their fiduciary responsibility to protect their clients. Everybody's being protected by working with the veterans in the industry, and really protection begins in escrow, because protection is not optional. It's really strategic, and working at the end of the day, it's working with the right people, the right companies, where the strategy is. And that's why we're here at LEARNin Local Live.
Thank you so much, Tracy. And with that in mind, let's get into the next segment of our show and get into it with our LEARNin Local events.
Hey, everybody. Once again, Tracy Hassey, Ticor Escrow Services. I am your host for one of my favorite segments of the show, LEARNin Local Events. But before we dive into the events, I want to thank our host. So here we go.
Smart real estate investing starts with the right partner. At HLM Group LLC, we guide investors through every stage, from acquisition to full service management. Whether short, mid, or long-term rentals, we transform properties into high-performing, fully booked spaces. Design, staging, leasing, hospitality. We don't just manage properties, we create experiences that feel like home. Because the best investments deliver more than returns. They become places where life happens and memories begin. HLM Group LLC, own the property, we'll craft the experience.
Thank you again, HLM Group, Roger Lee. Really appreciate you sponsoring this segment of the show. So let's rock and roll here. This is all about events. meeting everybody in person, some online, and really having the opportunity to meet the people on the podcast and opportunity to join the podcast. So here we go. Tuesday, 1 p.m. LEARNin Local Challenge. That is every Tuesday. It's a live Q&A, and week 4 that we're moving into this coming up Tuesday is how to analyze your real estate construction options. It's going to be epic. We're going to have the pros on the show. So bring your questions and tune in here at LEARNin Local Live online. And our next one, Made Up, Not Cash Out. And this is the power of a 1031 exchange with 2 of our fabulous hosts on the show, Chris Astolero, and with Exchange Resources, and Nicole she is the broker for Sellstate Next Gen Realty. Build generational wealth at our Consumer Empowerment Center. Yes, I can talk. So this sounds like an epic event. Love the visual. If you want to get RSVP today to get your ticket, 619-776-5393. And next, another one by Exchange Resources, our fabulous king of 1031s, Chris Astolero. Every second Tuesday of every month at 1 p.m., he's talking about unlock the investor market, how 1031 knowledge doubles your business. Who doesn't want to double their business? And that looks like that will be at their corporate office in Bernardo Drive. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited about this one too. Conversation carousels. This is in person at the University Club, which is the private business club downtown San Diego. Come with ambition and leave with a plan. That is going to be Wednesday, February 18th, 4 to 6 p.m. And this is where we're going to have 10 different experts from 1031s, DSTs, escrow, AI, that you are going to basically, it's like speed dating, but you're going to be learning the experts in the industry and getting insights and a plan, and actually escrow, because I am going to be one of the sponsors as well. But you really get to ask those deep questions and connect with the experts in the industry. Once again, please call the University Club to reserve your spot at 619-234-5200. Also, always check Eventbrite for the University Club for events. And those are some of the highlights. I know a lot of us here, right, team? A lot of us are going to be at all these events. So join us, and we'd love to meet you in person and have you on the show yourself. So, oh, wait, one more. The AI Quantum Leap. Oh my God, I'm in the thick of taking this right now. It is epic. It's a 6-week workshop. Learn how to build your custom AI co-pilots that actually work for your business. It's a game changer if you're looking to get that competitive edge in how to use AI to leverage it for your business, to free you up to do what you love to do most. It starts, new sessions are starting February. It's Saturday. I'm not sure about these dates here. Every Saturday starting, it's actually February 20th. And then the other option is a Monday, February 22nd for the 6-week session. So game changer. Oh, and we have more good conversations, better connections, golf and goals. And that is going to be Friday, February 27th, 5 to 7 p.m. at the Bermuda Club in Carlsbad. So connect with real estate investors, pros, interns, and in a really, I love this, exclusive speakeasy setting. So, so many great events. And oh my gosh, I think Coach Rue, who's the founder of LEARNin Local Live, is going to be running in this, the Moonlight Beach Half Marathon in Encinitas. That is Sunday, March 15th, half marathon from 7:30 a.m. And the 10K starts at 8 a.m. Once again, that beautiful Moonlight Beach in Encinitas. Is anybody going to be running in that one, or who's going to some of these events?
Heck no. Not running. I'm not running. But besides,
okay, so all the events that I said,
I
talked about 8 events. Is everybody going to at least a couple of those events?
Yeah, super stoked.
Yes. Okay, you guys. And does anybody have any that you want to share?
I don't have additional ones, but like Conversation Carousel, I think everyone on this show by now knows that I'm so excited about that. It's
Me
gonna
too.
be kind of like Learning Local live, but live in person. It's gonna be
IRL, they say.
yeah, IRL. So you're gonna get so many of the people actually here on the screen, in the room, at the
Yes.
University Club, the best view in the city. And I don't say that biased. I am biased. I love the University Club, but unbiasedly, it is like the best view in the city. You have like basically 360 views. In the ballroom, drink ticket, some food, some drinks. I'm stoked for that event.
Me too.
Man, I am amazed. I'm amazed. We're reaching the end of another amazing Freedom Friday. You guys did amazing. I just want to help with the live wrap up. We are slowly emerging into a powerhouse, and eventually we'll be shown on Netflix video podcasts. So we're just preparing for all that to come. Want to create this live interaction with you, because right now we're expanding our production team, but we'll soon be really just putting it out there so we can interact live and break down that fourth wall that I think we're working to do. Really want to give a shout out to Paul Wall. Is that his real name? I wasn't sure what he was talking about, but Anastasia, one of Anastasia's supporters, thank you so much for watching the show. Really appreciate you. It's always hard to bring these, but I'm going to bring up all these comments. Erica, so amazing. You know what? Erica is multifaceted. Not only did she co-host, not only is she having a baby, but she's also commenting during the show. So one step ahead. And she's also the top top schooler in the past 7 days. So of course she does. Of course she does. And not only one, but 2, 3, 4 comments.
Well, I laughed so hard when Nicole said, when your HOA is only paying for the concrete, that like cracked me up. So I had to share that publicly instead of only on the back end.
Yeah, no, that's like, again, as I mentioned, what I'm really having want to understand the whole reason why we're doing live is that, you know, we're all on stage, and imagine, Erica, you can help me out here because you understand the fourth wall. We're breaking it down so buyers and consumers can always just quickly ask questions when they want to know about what's going on. And it's just like we're just cutting through the chase, cutting through the noise, cutting through all the BS and the scams, and it's just going to be an amazing ride. And I'm just so happy. We didn't get any questions. Let me just see if we had any questions here today. We did not have questions. We had statements, but I just wanted to get everyone's kind of quick takeaway. Nicole, really want to. I'll just share with you, Nicole. I believe that your brokerage is really crushing it when it comes to bringing the knowledge and the expertise to Learning Local. And I just, with Anastasia, and I just realized today I've been saying Anastasia's name wrong the whole time. I'm surprised that she's still picking up my calls. But yeah, no, thank you so much, Nicole. Anastasia, do you want to say anything before we wrap up today?
Other than thank you for having me. It's been a great experience. And the name has been here like 10 years. I did not know why. When the first year I came from Ukraine, I was told everyone to call me Anastasia. And then 5 years later, I was like, oh, it's Anastasiia. So both is fine. Don't worry.
How about I just call you A Game?
Sounds good.
It's like I always bring the A Game with me. I got Anastasia and Nicole, then A Game, Miss East County, got Cadillac, Money Making Martin, Miss DST, Tracy events, and Harry Houdini. Like he's just magic when it comes it's
magic with the numbers.
Financing, let me make my magic. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what happened.
That's
Get you in Martin's condo with those numbers.
He can do all of the magic for you, but he won't disappear on you.
Right. That's a good one.
We appear, but we do not disappear.
That's right. That's right.
That's the slogan. But hey, you guys are amazing. Really excited. We are in the midst of really creating Learning Local Live available to everyone. It's only possible that we collaborate, connect with y'all, collaborate, and create content and knowledge, because really these days, no one has the attention span to look at like bad data or scammy data. Just take it from the experts. So if you want to join us and collaborate with us and really just make it happen for yourself, build your brand, your personal business. It's all important. Everyone has, be famous or be forgotten. That's all I got to say. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you all. And We're going to transition out. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week with a new and improved Learning Local 3.0. But we're just getting started, y'all. It's going to be amazing. Thank you so much. Let's make it
Thanks,
happen.
guys. Great job, everybody.
Great weekend. Happy Valentine's Day.